Before we can start managing projects here in Asana, we need to set up teams. And remember, we're working in a corporate environment. So here at Landon Hotel, Jennifer Veladonner has created her account, automatically gets logged in, and created a team and a project on the fly while setting up her account. So moving to the left-hand pane in the Teams group is where you'll see all of the teams that you've created and belong to. In this case, we see the HR team, and then down below that, the actual project that appears here on our main screen. So during the setup process for her account, Jennifer created this team and invited, you can see Dahlia Landon there. Just hover over these little icons to get more information about the person. You'll also see perhaps an empty slot, and you can click this to invite additional people to join this team. And if you don't see an empty slot, you can click invite people. Either way, you're going to see the exact same pop-up. Go ahead if you're following along. So we're ready to invite people to our corporate Asana group or organization, and we get to choose the team we're inviting them to down below. But right at the top, you can see by default, we're going to be inviting them with an email. An email will be sent, and you can see we can also do it with a link. Clicking Invite with Link down below just simply allows us to copy the link that gets created and then switch over to our email application that we use and send it out there. We just paste it into the message. But we can do it all from one place using Invite with Email. It's the HR team. You can see over here, we can choose a starting project if we wanted to invite them directly to the project itself. Otherwise, leave this blank. But clicking in here allows us to choose the projects that are already underway, like employee onboarding. I'm going to leave it blank so they're not actually part of the project, just the team. There may be other projects we'll need them on. Next, we click in the email addresses area, and here's where we start to type in email addresses of people in our organization, such as David Rivers. You can see I only have to type in a few characters to see drivers@landonhotel.com. So Jennifer clicks this name to add David Rivers to the list of people who will be joining this team. Let's add one more, Mark. There is a Mark Tristner, and select, and then we simply click send to send out the invitation. So we don't have to switch over to our email application. It's sent out. We see a notification down below that 2 teammates have been invited to the HR team. And we also see them showing up here now in the team section. We can hover over those icons to get a little more information about them. Looks like Mark Tristner hasn't set up his profile picture and some additional info yet, but that can change. So we'll click in the background. So our team's starting to grow here. The other thing we can do is create brand new teams. For example, if we go to Add Team down below and select it, we get to give our new team a name. For example, if we wanted to set up a team for all of the office relocation projects that are going to be happening, we could call this team Office Relocation. If we wanted to add a description, we can click the description link, but it is optional. We can leave it blank. Down below is where we choose the team members who should be part of this office relocation. I'm going to type in David Rivers again and Mark Tristner. There we go. Now you can type in external email addresses. If you're going to be using a consultant or contractor, for example, you might want to include them on this team for future projects. So I'm going to invite someone named Karen Leslie, who has a Gmail account and is outside the organization. You can see next to her name this little global icon indicating that she is outside. Now down below, you're going to see that team privacy types include membership by request. If you have a paid version, you'll also be able to choose private, where a member has to be invited to join your team. If you're using the free version, this isn't accessible, and you'll see a button to upgrade if that's something you want to be able to use. We'll be switching over to the totally free version shortly, so you'll see the differences. But for now, we'll click Create Team. So the brand new team is created. We can see all of the members here that are listed. If we wanted to, we could start the projects from here. There's a new project icon. And over in the left-hand pane, we now see 2 teams. If we want to focus on a team, we can use the little expansion arrow to collapse a team, to focus on another one, to create projects from here. We can click both of them to close up everything and then choose the team we want to focus on by clicking that expansion arrow at any time. All right, the other thing that you might want to do is ask to join a team that already exists. For example, If I go to Add Team and type in a team name that already exists, like Corporate Events, you'll see this message that it already exists at landonhotel.com. So in that case, I would click Cancel, and I want to be a part of that. Down below, you'll see Browse Teams. Clicking this expansion arrow to the right will show you a list of all the teams that you might be able to join at landonhotel.com. Teams that you're not already a part of. And there's Corporate Events. So clicking Request to Join will send out a request via email. Anyone on that team will be able to accept your request and allow you to join that team. So that's an example of how we might work with teams here in an organization. Of course, the next step is to start working with projects. But what happens when you receive a request to join your team? And what happens to your request when they go out? We'll talk about that next. As you continue to work with Asana in your organization, you may come across teams that you would like to join, or others may be requesting to join one of your teams. So in this movie, we're going to explore how we approve those requests. You can see now I've logged in as myself. There I am up there in the top right corner, David Rivers at landonhotel.com. And right across the top of my screen is a notification that a new team member is waiting for approval. Looks like Jennifer Belladonna requested to join my online marketing team. Anyone on this team can receive this same notification and approve the request. You'll notice a button in the top right corner that we go to click, review, and approve to see a little more information about the person, member of HR and office relocation already. At this point, we can choose to approve or deny the request to join our team. I'm going to click approve. Notice down at the bottom, it's confirmed and the notification disappears across the top. Another option might be that Jennifer comes up to me in person and asks to join, and in which case I would go to my team here and start adding members. So if I went to the online marketing team, expand it, and invite people, I could invite Jennifer that way. And of course, you might also receive requests via email. For example, if I want to join one of Jennifer's teams, I can go down to the Browse Teams expansion arrow, click it, see that there are a couple of teams I might want to join. Clicking the Request to Join link sends out that notification that we saw when we logged in here at the top of our screen, but also sends out an email. Let's see what that looks like. Here I am logged in as Jennifer Belladonna, who's received an email, it appears, from Asana. But inside the message, we see it's actually a message from David Rivers asking to join the HR team. And she can go to the Approve Now button to click this button, which will launch Asana. She'll log in and go through the approval process we just did, logged in as myself. So if you want to join teams, you can browse them here. You'll see all of those public teams that you can join. Clicking Request to Join sends out the request via email. You could do it in person, but you'll also be able to approve those directly from within Asana. You'll see those notifications, at which point clicking a single button allows you to choose to approve or deny that request.